Hello, Zap. I'm Andreas. I hope I pronounced your name good. I'm not sure. Anyway, yes, let me tell you. It is actually really simple. Facebook in Unity because it's you don't have to do. Actually, OjyaLeaderboard it works out of the box. I just wanted to do it really simple as setup, especially with the depreciations of Facebook API 2.8 and after. Also 2.9, 2.10. Uh, so, uh, as you can see, if we go also here on in our site, in my site here, OjyaLeaderboard, because I have also for stencil, it is really simple. Just explains that you have to have only the app ID, app name, and nothing else. Yes, and the page and the Facebook page ID. Um, you just go here, just to set up your application, but you know how to do it, and it explains what you need. The Facebook page ID. Just read this section. It's really simple, and then you insert this information from Facebook, to Unity, and you're done. Really, there are only three variables. So if you go here, let's say Facebook here, menu app, edit settings, you can see that you have the app name, which is this one, settings. I have my test application. App name, this is the display name. They call it app name sometimes, yeah, display name, this one. And then the app ID, this one. Okay, so you insert first Facebook edit settings, app name and app ID. Okay, that's all. You just only hit regenerate Android manifest, this one. Just remember to copy the key hash, this one, also, not in the iOS, it's not needed. Just to copy here on your settings, basic, the key hash. So, because you won't be able to do some functions of Facebook for Android. Instead, for iOS, you don't have to do nothing. And after inserted this information here, you just go Facebook settings editor, which is the OjyaLeaderboard. You just only need to provide the same thing here, Facebook app ID, your Facebook page ID. This is only for post challenge, for the me/feed, Facebook call, and nothing else. Nothing else. All these are just you don't have to change other things. This is yes, only this one. Um, so once you've done this thing and you've insert also the Facebook page ID, you can test your game. I have this game now. So let's see the thing that I was telling you about, the give bonus and ask bonus. Okay, now I have I'm recording my screen on my Mac. I have the BlueStacks simulator Android, and I have also a screen here, which is my my iPhone. Let me show you, and it is like this, as you can see. And this is my iPhone. So here I am logged in like Carol, and here like Mary. Okay, this is Android, this is the iPhone, this is don't worry about this thing. This is the other function that I'm inserting now on on new updates. So you have only this kind of of situation now, that let's say that once I'm logged in, also here, let's, okay. So now, when you want to make a request, let's say that here I'm like Mary, okay, and I want to ask a bonus. I just press ask. Now the action type, as I told you, is turn. If I'm going here, you can see that send bonus or ask bonus, it is set it to turn, turn. That's why you don't need the request object id, which is the Facebook settings of Facebook object id, and which is this one, which is deactivated. You go to Facebook settings editor script, and this is the, obsolete for version for sharing bonus and API 2.8. Because I'm using turn, but I will reactivate it now and I will tell you how to do it. Maybe I will insert it again on the next update, because a lot of people had problems, but now I think Facebook it sent something and it works as it should be, as it was working in the past. So now with turn, as I told you here, let's go to ask bonus. With action type turn, you don't need the request object, so it is null. You don't need to, create nothing like objects. So as you can see here, let's do cancel. If I'm saying ask bonus, I can ask bonus from Carol or other persons. Let's go to Carol and see here, give bonus, the people that ask me, sorry, I have the screen recording, sorry again. So, give bonus. As you can see, I had 3 of Mary, 3 of Ellen. Okay, let's do cancel. Now, I will have 4 from Mary. I do go. And if I'm going back, get bonus, I will have 4 from Mary. Let's see. Okay. As you saw, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 from Mary. No, sorry. I have to press here, give bonus. Okay. So as you see, I have 4 from Mary, So I can, now if I'm going back to Mary here, let's say how bonus I got for people. I have 1 from Carol. Okay. So now, if I'm going like Carol, here I'm like Carol. If I'm going to give to Mary, here let's say a bonus, it opens, it asks me, go. Now if I'm going back, I will see 2, get bonus. I had 1, now I have 2. Okay, so it works really out of the box. We only, with Facebook app ID and Facebook page ID and the app name that you have to set up, nothing else. No object ID. Okay, so this is how it works. First you ask for bonus. It's like Candy Crush, you ask bonus from friends, because they cannot. I can make it also to give bonus without asking, but I thought that it would be better first to ask bonus. Okay, so ask helps, stars, and then your friends can give you or not, So first you ask, you select, then the other people, it's time, you can. Once you click on the give bonus, you see all the requests of your friends, to give bonus. So if you're going here, sorry, my iPhone just let's go again, because it's the screen here. Let's go and okay. So once you know, you want to see if friends ask from you, you just hit give bonus. Okay, and you see friends that ask from you bonus. Okay, so you say cancel. And if you ask bonus and your friends give you bonus, you just hit then get bonus. Okay, and you get the bonus, you know, the stars. So, you know, first you ask of a friend. Your friend always check, you know, if there are friends that want bonus from him and give the bonus to the others, you know. That's how it works. Really, really simple, you know. So this is how it worked. Now you asked me that you about this thing, that the problem, because I didn't understand what was. So I hope that it was because your app was live, something was not working. Anyway, now today I just reactivated also the the object ID, and I will tell you how to do it. It's really simple. Facebook doesn't explain. It's really horrible, the Facebook site, and a lot of people are having problems like this. But anyway, I managed out how to do it. So instead of using turn, you can start using ask for ask bonus here script, or send bonus. You know, send bonus. Start using the action type send. So how this works? First, you have to reactivate it again. You just go here. As you can see, I'm on Facebook settings editor script, which is this one. You know, just click here 2 times, and it goes here. Now, just reactivate Facebook object ID. Let's go here, save, and you can see that will appear here. Of course, it's nothing. Now we will insert it, you know. So let's go here. Then we go to ask bonus, and we activate this line here, ask bonus. Facebook set, Facebook, you know, it was turned off, you know, it was commented. You just keep in mind that also this has to be, you know, activated if it's not. And then we have to activate this one, you know, instead of this one, put ask for. You know, we can do it just directly here, ask for. Okay, and we have to here, which is null, we have to put the request, you know, the Facebook object ID. So let's, you know, delete this one, we don't use it, and we have, you know, request object ID. So activate again request object ID. The same we do for send bonus, which is the script, you know, send bonus, this one, and we do the same thing. Activate this one, string request object ID. We reactivate this one, you know, the definition here, and then we go here again and we do the same thing, you know, but to give we say send. Okay, send, and here we are using now this one. Okay, request object ID, not null but request object ID, as we did for ask bonus. So now we have, as it was, you know, at the beginning, we have the object ID. Now, how we create an object ID? Very simple, but you know, I had to read a lot of forums because Facebook site doesn't explain much, so much good. So you have to go on your on the object browser. The object browser is here, you know, when you go to your Facebook developers, you go to object browser. It is where you create objects, you know. So I'm using my test app here. You have to select your test app, you know, Unity. This is, you know, the current app that you are using and testing. Object owner, you have to say Unity, of course, the same thing. And here, attention, this is the tricky thing that Facebook doesn't explain. You don't have to say object or the other things, you have to say product. That's why a lot of people doesn't make it work. So, when you do product and you say create, it will appear this thing. You just only scrive, your name, the name of the object. You don't have to put image, doesn't matter. And you do confirm. Okay, of course, I've done it, and this is my object here. Okay, I just put also an image. So, you just copy this id here to Facebook settings editor on the inspector, and you put it here as Facebook object id. And you put it here, and you save. That's all. This is the old method without using the turn, but using the asks for ask bonus and the send action type for send bonus. So I will show you now that it works also like this, So setting this thing, let's build now the application for Android. Okay. So let's do. Let's go to Android here. Let's close this one and this one. Okay. So I can also delete it, just to be sure. OjyaLeaderboard for Unity. And I'm going to install it again. So we have just to wait a little bit. I do Control B, Command B. I know how it is on Windows. So it's building for Android, installing with the second option now, using a Facebook object ID. So let's wait a little bit. It is faster on Android than on building on iOS. So as I told you, the turn also on the site doesn't need the object ID. So that's why a lot of people also using the turn. Because in the past, of course, you could create custom objects. Then Facebook depreciated this thing. And the people had a little bit, were confused how to create objects. And so let's see now. It log in, like Mary. So now with the new method, with the second method, let's say, if I'm going to ask bonus, let's go here. So as you can see now, instead of having go, we have ask here. This is what happens if you here, instead of writing send, it is turn. Nothing, it doesn't happen, doesn't change anything, but you can just always, and if you say give bonus, and you select here, you do select, it says send, this is the only thing that, that changes. So let's go back and see that this thing, it works also. So let's go to iPhone here. So let's ask give bonus. I'm going to Android. I'm Mary. I have two from Carol. Okay. I'm going now to Carol and I say ask. I ask from Mary and I say this is with the old, with the old method. But if I'm going to Android, I have the new method with send and ask for. So I had two. Now give bonus, I will have three, 1, 2, 3. So it works really, really good. And if I'm going to send, get bonus, I'm going here to Carol. I have 4 requests for Mary. Okay. Now, if I'm going to give bonus to Mary, as you say, send here. And if I'm going back here, get bonus, I will have 5. So, it works as it should. So I think that I'm not really sure if something, it should work, there is no problem with the method you have, like turn, it was a turn here, or you can reactivate the object and use ask on the ask bonus script, or send on the inside the send bonus script here. And that's all. I hope you understood that for you don't have to set up anything for game request. So please try. So if it doesn't work, something has to be reactivated when the app is live. That's the only thing. So try and tell me how it goes.